Hi, I'm István Boscha, co-founder at Aliz Technologies and the co-creator of the Lisa platform. I spent over 15 years operating at the intersection between new technology and the real-world business strategy. And most of the time, the challenge we had was building better software systems. But in the agentic era, the bottleneck has shifted dramatically. So lately, what really fascinates me, the problem that I like to think about every day is how we get the human wisdom, the deep intuition of our very best people, and wave it into the AI systems that we build at our customers. And this is important because if we get that right, the potential of those experts, and obviously our organizations as well, over the next decade is almost limitless. But if we get it wrong, we will fail faster than ever. Right now, the whole tech industry is obsessed with giving AI a memory. Yes, everyone wants their chatbots to remember what they talked about yesterday in another chat. This is fascinating trend. It's very useful for a person, but as a business leader, I think we have to look at the bigger picture. An enterprise is not just a person with a diary. It's a complex living ecosystem. So when a company buys 1,000 ChatGPT licenses with personal memory, yes, they aren't actually making their company smarter. They are just creating thousands isolated islands of intelligence. So let's take an example. Imagine one of your best account managers. Let's call him David, okay? So on Tuesday, David uses his AI to solve a really tough compliance problem. That's great, it's a great win for David, yes? But next day, on Wednesday, another account manager in another country faces the exact same problem and has to figure it out from the scratch. So the challenge is not that our AI models have a memory problem. It is a much deeper structural issue that we have, namely that our organizations are unconscious about their own best practices. And this is because the knowledge is trapped in individual silos. Historically, the way we have tried to solve this was through documentation. We asked our best experts to write down the processes, their best practices in different documents or wikis. And while that's necessary, it's passive. The moment a complex process is written down in a document, the market has usually moved past it. What we are exploring now, and this is how we built Lisa, is shift from static documents to an active nervous system. Let's go back to David, the account manager. When he executes a complex negotiation through Lisa and he discovers a faster, better way to do it, Lisa doesn't just, run the task. She actually observes what David did. And if the system senses a pattern that works better, it flags it. And this is where the magic moment happens, because the system will notify a senior leader to review that new idea. And if the leader says, well, this is our new gold standard, the decision doesn't go into a static old email memo or a slowly advancing feature backlog. It instantly updates the core instruction set of the entire Lisa platform. Immediately, over there, every human, every agent operating on Lisa is upgraded to the new expert standard. So we basically eradicate the time it takes for a company to learn. That's a great question, and it's a very common misunderstanding about what those LLMs actually do. I fully expect models like GPT-6 to be amazing at reasoning and generative things, but reasoning is not architecture. Those LLM models doesn't naturally know the risk tolerance of your specific legal department. And this is just one angle. Let's be honest, in every company there is a big gap between what the leadership thinks is happening and how teams are working to survive in the trenches. We call that the shadow layer. Imagine if you plug in such a system with so many misalignments a smart and fast AI model, you won't get innovation. You will just scale up your chaos. You will just scale up your bad habits faster than before ever. So that's exactly why we need a strong human governance layer. We have to separate this semantic generative engine from the governing nervous system. Let the big tech companies spend billions to build their ultimate engine around that. That's the muscle that we need. But we, as business leaders, we should build the optic nerve. We should build the steering wheel around that system. I believe the smarter the generic models get, the more desperately an enterprise needs its own proprietary nervous system to control that power safely. So AI gives you infinite speed, but the human wisdom, your experts defining the rules, gives you your competitive advantage.